and then Mash was going to go with a different AD carry.
Azir would have been super good on the coastline if I absolutely agree. Both, just as a general summary, in my opinion, both comps just feel like fairly well-rounded. They've got like different strengths and weaknesses, but just like a collection of good champions that team fight fine, they siege fine, like they've got tools, but like it's like a 7 out of 10 everything. You know? That's what it feels like to me, is like they do everything pretty well.
How'd you rate this comp? Meh.
I mean, like, it's better than Renegade's comp earlier today.
Okay.
Which was just, like, bad at a lot of things and mediocre at some.
Definitely better than the one they had yesterday.
Yeah.
Devour
better than the
Kale.
Devour Kale game. That was absolutely true.
I'll give
so,
them that much.
Renegades are on an upward trend team comp-wise, at the very least.
Like, Coach Hermes is just like, okay, I got it. This time.
We'll give you a 7 out
Got
of 10.
the comp.
Again, unless there's something I'm missing, right? Like, RF and Krug to get ahead, just crush your backline.
It's really good at sieging, right? You have two champions that can bomb turrets very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, they're a 9 out of 10 at killing. Actually, probably 10 out of 10 at turret killing.
Yeah. These are probably the two fastest. It's just
But they can't poke you off the turret, so like you can still jump in on them, which is...
yeah, Azir has some turret pressure, but
yeah, but I mean, he's not...
Yeah, he's not a Kog'Maw. He's not a Varus.
But yeah,
right?
if Renegades ever win a team fight, turret's gonna die, and it's gonna be really fast.
This team capitalizes.
Oh, yeah.
Coast's team, Shrimp does have his basically signature champion at this point. Peek and Wolf was basically balancing out the damages. Getting very AD-heavy Jace in the mid lane.
The damage is traded. So the battle begins here. And an interesting sort of invade path, but yeah, they are going to push RF and Co off that Krugs here. So a late jungle start for the Renegades duo jungle pattern.
It's the CLG start. You lane swap it, then you invade at Krugs. That actually can put the top laner very far behind. If you put a lot of damage on him and force it back. So leaving it early is actually the right thing to do.
And so Renegades will send Jeebus down to a bot lane by himself. Vermilia is here to try to invade, but it won't be nearly as successful.
It depends.
She's got to be a bit careful, though.
No smite, so
you're not going to hit anything here. And a red buff is on Shrimp. Thankfully, for her, they weren't level 2 just yet. If these guys were any faster, they could have started doing some really serious damage. Let's keep in mind, red buff level 2 Rumble is going to chase you down forever. You really have to be careful here. Kites it away. Buys a little bit of time, as the duo lane of this team is finishing, or starting and finishing their third camp. So actually, the jungle is being cleared slightly faster. No, it's still slightly ahead for Coast, though.
Yeah, Coast are slightly ahead, especially because of the invade.
Yeah.
That's what throws them off.
Start about the same time.
It throws them off by about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see how the rest goes. Krugs were never disrupted, or never finished rather. So Renegades will take some time. RF actually managed to grab the blue buff off of the W dot, it seems. RF did, sorry, Crumbs doesn't have it. And they are looking for this bottom lane here. The 4-man push going to be happening. On the cannon, Vermilia and Jeebus are there. It's making slow progress. Quan and Mash, very similar scenario. So standard lane swap game on both sides. Chris actually taking some of the farm. Mash getting some as well.
Yep, Crumbs goes with a different route, though. It's not 4 people on the turret.
No one almost ever does. Yeah, it's usually 3-man pushes.
3-man push, and this also, I like this because the 3 people are going to take it fairly quickly, but you free up your jungler to make different moves. He can go middle,
or they can farm.
Go farm their jungler. And if they start on the opposite side, you can take that camp that's respawned on the bot.
Yeah.
The Krugs will be back up. And since it is a Tristana, it goes down extremely fast.
Interesting. So Renegades actually shared the gold on that bottom turret. I wonder if that's still going to allow Jeebus to get pickaxe for himself. I don't know the numbers quite well enough myself. Are you checking the client?
He'll get it. He'll get it.
Okay.
He'll get it. 24 will do it. Yeah. 24 and some gold.
All right. Top lane will go. This one actually does get donated fully to Chris. Again, with a Trinity Force AD carry, you don't need the money nearly as badly, so they give solo gold to Chris. He will be set up to carry.
It was actually enough for pretty much exactly pickaxe and a potion.
Nice.
So that's what Jeebus was able to walk
Good
back
timing.
with. Compared to what Mash has, but they throw Jeebus up to the top lane.
Yeah,
they put the Tristana in the lane to just get those turrets. That's the early power of Tristana. You get to feed your entire team gold from the turret.
And there's an important thing to watch for as well, because keep in mind, Braum, Echo, Tristana has some very good burst damage, and this Rumble has not bought any items yet. Chris doesn't even have wards except for his trinkets to put down. There's some very scary, very real gank pressure possible on this
they're coming up to him right
Rumble.
now.
There it is. But the Trinket will see Braum. Braum cannot get rid of that. No sweeper here.
They get to zone him, though.
For a short time. This is going to unfreeze. 15 CS on Rumble, 13 CS on Fizz. We'll track these guys in the near future. RF cannot last hit easily against Corki Alistair. There's a lot of poke, a lot of dive potential there. Crumbs did dodge the wards on his way in, and Coast realized right away.
They're just swapping.
Yeah, they can't make that happen. RF also forced to engage because Shrimp could make his life miserable.
It's the ceremonial two-towered dance.
Yeah.
Challenger.
And honestly, pretty well played though on both sides. I think everyone made the right choices here.
Yeah, you take our turret, we'll take your turret, and then we'll do it again. Swap sides.
But they still played it the right way to say, if you misplay, we get the wave of experience, right?
Yes.
The wards to watch for who's going to dive. They see, okay, they are coming, then I will back off. Renegades are still going to do it faster. It's a pickaxe Tristana. She's got explosive charge, rank 2. Like, this just will be better and faster for Renegades. But I don't believe they can turn that into anything special. And in fact, it still opens up the opportunity for Coast to take Dragon themselves. I think that is possible.
If they go for that Dragon, tiny advantage. Alex backs in the mid lane.
There's the try.
So he's able to buy.
That's Chris's for sure.
They're going to give Chris
has so much money, dude. He got 2 solo turret kills. He's going to get Leandry's really fast for a lane swap.
That 275, so he's basically up 2 kills.
He's only 200 gold behind the mid laners or AD carries here. That's in a lane swap game. Like, that is some donations there.
Yeah, so it looks like he's up about 300 over RF.
Yeah. And that is equalized, of course, by the fact that Jeebus shared some. So Jeebus is ahead of Nash. He cashed in by getting a Avarice Blades. That might snowball even further. And even though Corki might hit that Trinity Force power spike, he'll get it a little bit later by not getting turret gold. But with Dragon down, he's got plenty of time to get those items in.
But that gets Chris to a point where he's very close to haunting guys already.
Yeah. I think he can afford it.
If you get swapped back into this matchup with a haunting guys, you're very happy against this Fizz.
Mm-hmm. As we're keeping in mind that RF does have Ignite, so it does feed some power back over. But Chris has a half-level lead, and that also matters.
So what this comes down to now, that the outer turrets on the side lanes are gone, how is your wave manipulation on the sides? Where does your jungler show up, and what are your supports doing at all times? Are they alongside your AD carry? Is your AD carry shoving the wave? Is it going to get frozen by the enemy top laner? And you can see that right here. Both teams have large waves heading towards the enemy top laner. So are they just going to 3-man dive it? Because you can see right here, this is the difference. The first asymmetrical thing is both junglers are top lane. Crumbs is top lane, Shrimp is top lane.
There's a red buff here, and Shrimp really wants this. It does get revealed, by the way, the ward and the spotting by Crumbs will allow him to know what's going on here. But keep in mind, the team is around, and his Tristana cannot help. So this should be, it should be a red buff going to Shrimp.
Well, Remilia's coming up. We just saw her cross the mid lane.
Yeah, but
so
Chris has TP.
Support's up here now.
Renegades should not win this fight. They should not be allowed to win this fight due to the teleport here.
But there's a lot of CS that Chris wants to catch. He hits level 6.
And he gets to clear the wave. I'm surprised Jeebus did not push any harder. He's running up towards mid lane. I don't really know why. Shrimp's not 6-hit. He can't get to this on the map just yet on this Rek'Sai.
Can we also talk about Peek and Wolf for a second? Because he is just throwing Shock Blast after Shock Blast at Alex Heach. Alex has no more potions left. And this bullying keeps going. Wait, yeah, Crumb's got it.
All right.
Crumb's got his red buff.
Good secure on the red. Top lane turret did not take very much damage here. It lost a few hundred, but it's really not too bad. Crises averted. 80 carries fairly close in farm. Top laner is also rather close as well.
I do feel like Chris is getting the better of this trade, though. The team has put more resources into him, and he's got a good wave for himself that he picked up. Team's also wrapping around Tristana. Jeebus is going to get ganked.
He doesn't see it just yet, though. The ward will spot Shrimp. And that might make him run away, but keep in mind, there's an Alistair behind you. There's this. He has to output this so hard to get this one. There's
just going to get knocked back.
Easy headbutt. Here comes the rocket jump. Can he get it? He has the Buster Shot available. Peek and Wolf's going to come in. There's the Buster Shot. There's the escape. In for the equalizer. Buys a lot of time. But here's Shrimp as well. They're trying to get him. They will get first blood, but Chris dies in the backside. A big chunk of damage comes through. Remilia gets the summoner heal and stays up. A 2-for-1 in Renegade's favor. Well countered here.
It's not over just yet.
Swan's in a bad spot. Level 5. No ulti, no mana. Good flash away. Crumb's still on the chase. Can't do much to match, though. Red buff Echo's got to be a bit careful. Shock Blast hits the ult, but puts him back in range.
Peek and Wolf doesn't have a lot of mana, and he hasn't had a chance to really purchase in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
He's sitting on 1,000 gold at the moment. Yeah, he could buy a pickaxe for himself.
Alex has even more, though. So.
Oh, man. That fight the fact that Jeebus was able to just weave through everybody, and the knockup from Shrimp did not stop the rocket jump. That was the big part of that fight.
Yep.
Well, I
saved it for
I want
so long.
that. I want that in slow-mo. Special request for when he jumps. But yeah. So what's going to happen is he comes up, he's saving it. He knows he's going to get comboed here. He gets knocked back. Right there. Didn't get him. Didn't get Jeebus with the knockup. But they commit to it. Right there, you should be stopping. But he goes through, and then they get him, but Chris takes so much damage, and Mash is the last person to show up to this fight because of the map positioning and the way that he was clearing mid.
Yeah, and overdive without the 80 carry, definitely a big problem. You see the pickaxe just now picked up there for Pekin Wolf. You mentioned his money here. Alex has plenty of money to back with 2,000 gold. And it means Renegades are now in a gold lead. That said, though, they have set up a freeze for Chris, and TP is not matched. So Chris has a free farm lane. He can choose to freeze and give up Dragon, or he can choose to play for the Drag itself. He will have Equalizer. He has a lot of ability power.
They're going to put RF in this top lane, though.
Well, that means they have to give away Dragon. As long as Chris manages the wave somewhat properly.
There's a minute and a half on it.
Yeah, but there's only so much time that he can do this with. If he stays up here. This is also a bit risky. Crumbs tries to get vision control. This is actually pretty clever by Renegades. They're trying to control this side of the map. They know no one can really get to the top lane right now. And they're trying to break the freeze from Chris, and he will still hold it.
No boots or tier 2 boots from Chris just yet, so his chase down and his...
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the Leandri's Rush. It's so common.
Yeah, the Leandri's Rush, extremely strong.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of a tanky bruiser Fizz, so he'll get to that point now. I actually like that a lot against the MR that Fizz has.
Yeah. We are not far from Leandri's money. I don't know the combined anymore. It used to be 980. It should be about 680 now after the change. And so Chris should be able to recall and buy Leandri's for the Dragon fight. TP is up.
So Pekin Wolf now has blue. He has his Brutalizer and his pickaxe, and he's ready to start poking and just chunk people out. He does about half, or a little less than half, of Jeebus' HP every time he lands an Empowered Shock Blast.
Yeah,
but that's the win here for Coast if they can get to that point.
And here's the lane swap. RF sent to the bottom lane. They know Dragon is important. This gives a lot of time for Chris to do whatever he wants. He chooses to push the top lane. He can do that. No one's going to take that wave. He can shove it into the turret. In fact, Coast could just walk top lane and trade top tier 2 for Dragon if they choose to.
Well, Chris has TP, so that he could test the Dragon,
it's up to
wait
them.
for them.
I'm just saying they have the option.
But this is big because Chris has a 34 CS advantage already over RF.
He really needs to buy, though. 1,000 gold. That is definitely enough for Leandri's. And I think you really, really want that power spike for the Dragon itself. Jeebus down to 700 health. I don't think he can fight for this anymore. I think they're done.
Chris is up 1,300 gold, and the poke and the blue buff on Pekin Wolf is just doing work. And like I said, hit Jeebus with a Shock Blast. They're not going to fight you for this Dragon. But Chris, they have two coming towards him right now.
All right, that's the play that Renegades had to make. Chris has got to be pretty careful here. He's going to do what he can to get away from Chris, or away from Crumbs, rather. And he does not trigger the third hit. He's going to go for the W, and Chris...
What?
He saw the animation. He saw the animation of the W, expected where it would be cast, walked around where it actually was. Chris is this good. Chris is very good. And he gets a bad rap for his play in the LCS, but he is, I would say, maybe like the 10th best top laner in North America, which means you're not great in the LCS, but you're the best in Challenger.
Yeah, that's very true. It's 10 people.
Yeah.
Just because you don't stack up against 1 through 9 sometimes. And even then, he did have some good performances.
Of course he did. Chris is good at League of Legends.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I like that.
That's just solid, smart play. He is occasionally over-aggressive. There's his Leandri's. There's Boots 1. Coast, great poke, got them that Dragon. They're still down.
Speaking of over-aggression.
Well, Jeebus, good luck with that one. Does give the rocket jump out. Yeah, that's how that one works. But be careful because Shrimp has aggro. Oh my god, he saved him! Jeebus saved him, gets the kill anyway, but oh my lord, that was close. Jeebus chunked down to 400 health.
That was so aggressive, and Conquan didn't even get to interrupt on it. There's 3 types of things that can stop the rocket jump, and he got it off at the right moment. He still had flash, too. Jeebus, calm, cool, collected in that situation.
I suppose.
He jumped out.
He almost saved Shrimp he
jumped out, and he got a kill. He knocked him back with a bomb on him. He got heal out of it, too.
All right, fine. I'll give you that one. And by the way, though, mid lane's actually started to turn around a little bit. A pretty big 30 minion lead for Alex Ich. Post Nasher's Tooth, he's been crushing this matchup, but Coast still wanting to push. Keep in mind, they were missing Shrimp. He had to ult back into this. And he is around once more, but Crumbs wants to make the play. He's going to look for the stun. Mash! He's half second away from getting stunned there.
This is giving RF time to farm back up, though. Pekin Wolf is a huge part of this team. He's 30 CS down, but he's just grouped up. He's continually trying to poke.
Yeah, and RF does have teleport as well, so that farm is not going to waste. He can join this fight if need be.
Oh!
Big play! Alex Sitch, massive one! But a knockup comes through, and there's so much damage. Alex is going to fall. This could be a huge fight. RF forced to jump away with Playful Trickster, but the poke keeps landing. 2 kills picked up. They somehow survived the Azir. Oh! Summoner Heal forced. Get out of here, Jeebus. Coast making a name for themselves in this one.
There are 4 heals in this game.
Yeah.
I was like, why do they still have that cooldown? Almost killing Conquan, almost killing Shrimp, almost killing almost everybody in this game. But the gold is going to go back to Coast's favor just barely off of that team fight. Alex went aggressive, but when you do that, you still put yourself on the front line.
Oh, wow. I just can't believe they lived Dissolve. But yeah, 4 heals, 2 exhaust, 2 damage reduction spells on the supports.
Slides in, he hits Mash.
I thought this was game over on this fight.
Conquan knocks both them in. Shrimp and Conquan.
Shrimp flashed it.
But Conquan got ults, and he gets 3-man knockup, and that put Alex next to them. And right here, Chris gets the heal just barely, and he almost walks into Conquan there too. Conquan very low HP. Yep, that would have killed him.
It's going to be close, actually, because he lived at 200 and heal hits for 210. And that's after I think he leveled up once. Yeah, there's a chance he might have lived through it, but I think
I thought I saw 190 or 198 or something.
Yeah, so a close one for sure, either way. Conquan finds Crumbs again.
Basically, Conquan's the hero of that play.
Yeah,
he got knocked in, used his ulti, tanked the turret, Q'd 3 people.
Got aggro, which is important, too.
Yes. Q'd 3 people. And then I think he headbutted Alex into his team.
I'm almost certain he did. And that's the funny thing is, I thought that Azir knock-in was so good, but he only got the 2 tanks. Mash was just far enough away to not get caught.
I thought it was Mash at first, too.
I thought so, too. I thought they were done.
And then when I saw Shrimp in there, I was like, oh!
Never mind, all is well.
And Shrimp didn't get aggro. It was Conquan.
Yep.
But they're going for the 5-man here. Up against the 1-3-1, they're going to get a turret here, no problem.
They definitely are, and only a little bit of farm traded for it. Nicely done, Renegades. They lose the mid lane wave, but who cares? 3 turrets to 3, 3 kills to 3. The gold only 400 apart. The only reason this team is afloat right now is Alex Sitch's massive farm lead.
Shrimp doing Shrimp things, farming the side waves, causing split push pressure. Dragon's in a minute and 30, and that would be the 3rd one of the game for Coast. Putting them in a great situation also gives them team fight power. That movement speed on a poke composition can't be overrated. And keep in mind, Alex is going to keep scaling here. It's actually a pretty long road ahead for the scaling now of Coast. Like, most of the spikes are in. Training Force is done, Manamune is done. It turns into Murmana eventually, but it's still just a growth item in general. Like, it just goes up a couple %. Chris just needs to purchase his Sork shoes. Yeah, he's already spiked 2 with his Leandry. He's like, it doesn't get that much better from here. Well, Sork Alex helps the... It does. I mean, it does, but it's not like to the level of, like, a finished IE or finished Triforce, right? Alex Sitch scales to infinity on Azir. That's true. But I do really like the Sork shoes because it helps the Leandry's burn. It helps everything else that you do. Yeah. So I feel like that purchase is just probably going to see it right here after you Dax. So 1,100 gold on Chris. There you go. There we go. Back to Zhonya's. Eventually. I think that's next off the Amp Tome. Yeah, I mean, you really want to outplay people, and you watching Chris in that last fight, he just seems like the guy who wants to walk on the front line as Rumble and burn people in the Zhonyas. Yeah. Interesting here, Crumbs is actually armor stacking right now. Ninja Tabby into the Makings of a Frozen Heart. They're giving Remilia the chance to buy Aegis here. But it means that Crumbs ends up being a relatively easy target to hit. I don't know how much you want Frozen Heart against this team. Well, it's double auto attackers. Like, it does matter somewhat against Quirky Jace. You do want armor against Jace Poke if you're going to be hitting it on the front lines. I'm not sure. The damage, because I mean, it's a hard one to say, right? Yeah, the cooldown reduction I'll understand. I'm not a huge fan of it, especially since you have Cinder Hulk. Cinder Hulk synergizes with more HP. You get a Randuin's. Randuin's also has some slows built into it. Yeah. Also, when you get to the back line as Echo, which you usually will, you can just AoE slow and get them to the Jays. I'm not a huge fan of the Frozen Heart, especially since it's quirky. What would you rather buy in this? I would probably want to buy Randuin's instead. I know that he wants the CDR. Yeah. And he's not getting the Aegis. Randuin's does give you a nice movement speed slow, though. Like, there is some value in a fast Randuin's as a sticking tool. especially against a Jace.
Sure.
Like, you get in there,
Slows
slow
to beat
them.
hastes, essentially.
Yep. And Corki's not always going to be...
Yeah. There's not a ton of auto attack power. I mean, there is some. It doesn't matter.
And
but...
Jace will just pop hypercharge.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, when you have a Triforce, attack speed is less useful as a stat, because you're still gated by the cooldown of Triforce.
Regardless, he is going for armor, which I do think is the right path to go at this point.
Totally fair. Especially with a lock coming in.
Yeah, and you need somebody to soak these shock blasts.
And you can see, yeah, Crumbs doesn't take that much damage. You know, combo into the chase, and it's, you know, kind of whatever.
That's the big thing, is you need a soaker for this, because that's their only big source of poke. You do have some Corki rockets, but the Jace shock blast is what you need to have blocked. Jabus is taking these. He's just like a magnet for these all game.
Yeah.
You need somebody who can soak them, and Remelia will do an okay job. But if Crumbs is taking the front line afterwards and soaking them, you're not going to get past that as Coast.
Yeah.
You're just whittling down at this guy.
Well, interesting scenarios there. Coast, nicely done. The vision control comes through. They set it around that right side jungle. They got a blue buff steal for Peek and Woof, so Alexich is a bit limited on mana regen. Not as important for Azir, though. But
doing
Max
well
CDR,
CS.
but Max CDR is here now for this Jace. The CS mid lane staying at about 30. Hasn't grown too much over time. In fact, the gold lead went back over towards
he wants
Coast
this
here.
board.
Well, Conquan in a bit of a rough spot. Has to ult early, lands the knock-up, and forced to run.
Yeah.
Thankfully for Coast, no major objectives are coming up. Outer turrets are already dead. Dragon's not up for 2 minutes or more. And Alistar will stay fine.
And that's why Alistar is such a good pick. Alistar Callista, it covers your mistakes and allows you to get that deep vision and then just walk away. If that was Nanny, probably dead.
Yeah. All right, Coast looking to play the siege game. Alex summons a turret, and good luck Coast sieging it. Not really a lot to gain if they do go for this. You let the waves die. Coast seems happy to just play for dragons. They've been keeping the wards up on that side of the map primarily.
Shrimp on the right side of the map, making sure that he can get his split push on up against RF. They know that he's here. They see that he's gaining.
Chris is not going to be able to split push against Fizz. Triforce is done now.
Shrimp
and he's getting a Banshee soon.
Shrimp is getting a level advantage over Crumbs, and he's also getting a CS advantage. This is just slowly growing, and they're funneling into him, which usually happens just because he has the split push pressure of the right side. But he can't really duel. He can't duel Fizz. It's just to keep minion waves pushed up and to keep RF occupied.
Yeah.
And then if RF TPs to a fight, you get TP advantage for the next fight.
It is interesting the fact that like so much of the farm though is going to Shrimp, because you're just not going to scale all that hard on Rek'Sai. And somewhat similarly for Rumble. Like, Rumble has really good AP ratios. I want to do the math at some point and actually compare the Magic Pen to an AP build, because his ratios are so high on Rumble, but
Crumbs.
It feels like they really need money on Mash and Peek and Woof.
Yeah, Crumbs blew an ulti there, but it's only 60 seconds.
Oh, I didn't notice. Yeah.
Yeah. He was hoping that we didn't. Gotcha.
Got him. Shouldn't matter though. Dragon's still gone for a long time.
Yeah. But if they end up having a team fight, he's going to wish that he had it. We'll see if it comes back to bite him. Shrimp down to the bottom lane again. This just seems to be standard Coast. Is 1-3-1. It's very exploitable, but the fact that Sivir was banned away and that nobody can really rush in this team very easily makes it pretty easy for them to execute on. Chris versus Jeebus, Shrimp versus RF. You can't really win a lot of these. Shrimp's not going to beat RF. RF just gets to free farm. He's caught up to Chris.
Yep.
Chris against Jeebus, there's too much outplay potential that I don't think Chris will want to go for that. You just get knocked back by the Tristana, or the Tristana jumps on you, and if she actually has enough damage.
Yeah, without Zhonya's, you're not going to do that. You can Zhonya's explosive charge pretty safely, but that's later on.
That was a shock blast onto...
Well, Last Whisper is done now, so you can find Crumbs is going to take...
150 armor.
Yeah. Crumbs is going to take some very serious damage with Brutalizer, Last Whisper, and I would not expect Cleaver from Peek and Woof, just because he'd overkill on CDR, and it's just not that important. He has no other major physical damage dealer. If they were playing like a Tristana or like a Jinx, he might, but not the case here. So I want to see what Peek and Woof's next item is. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hex Drinker just to survive Alex Itch a bit better, and Fizz, honestly. Like Bruiser Fizz actually gets really wrecked by Hex Drinker, because you pretty much just cut out his magic damage like really hard, and you just can't do enough damage to kill you anymore. Bruiser Fizz has like just enough damage to kill someone, and any shield at all just like removes that kill threat. Murmana just got finished. Peekaboo just got the combine 4 seconds ago.
Rylai's for Alex.
Interesting. Nashor's Riley's. I have never seen that as your build before.
I have not either.
I think he needs Death Cab or Void Staff next. So his soldiers will slow, by the way, and I'm pretty sure for 40%. The Q won't slow any more than it would have otherwise. The base slow is already... that's actually only 25, so it's a slightly increased slow, but not by much. They're going to... Crumbs fish for the stun, doesn't land it, but he's tanky, so he can try. Jeebus loses half his health and still has not bought lifesteal yet. That's a pretty big deal, honestly. Renegade still trying to control their own jungle, but Jeebus is at half right before Dragon spawns. And Vermilion tanks some of this, but mid lane's under pressure. Coast can threaten that.
There's a lot on Peekaboo's shoulders this game. He has to keep the poke up, but this is refreshing to see in Challenger, a team that's playing around their poke champ.
Yeah. This is what Winterfox should have been doing in game 1 here, and you can see the better teams what they're able to do with this one. Crumbs loses so much health from a single Chris Rocket, Leandries, and a bunch of Magic Pen, and Crumbs hasn't bought MR yet.
They're not going for Dragon just yet.
Oh, like, but because they don't have to. This is Coast playing really smart. Like, I would have been dumb and just like called Dragon and given up the map control, but Coast still have map control. They can actually still pressure a turret. They can still get farm and then come back and get Dragon. Yeah, mid got pushed in, now you get it. Blue buff steal can happen, and then you get Dragon. This is actually very, very solid by Coast. Shrimp is just accruing farm on Shrimp. He's gonna, at a certain point, get to the point where he actually can handle RF. Because he's not gonna get any more damage. Dragon number 4 picked up at 2645. We are not far from Dragon 5 now. Shrimp actually has the most gold on his team.
Really? What?
Shrimp has 9,000 gold. He is the second richest man on the map.
He has over 9,000 gold.
What? 9,000?
9,100. How is he so rich? I got to tap into his...
Keep in mind, right? Like,
tap into his
he's
jungle
taking
secrets.
a billion Gromps, a bunch of Scuttle Crabs, so his CS is deflated versus the gold. He smited that one as well, so Shrimp gets to contain control. And this is Coast playing a very, very smart game. Renegades don't have a way in, right? Braum, Fizz, and Echo, none of those are primary engage tools. None of those can guarantee that they stick the
Alex
engage.
would have to do it.
Yeah, and you saw what happened last time.
Yeah, yes I did.
Mash and Peekaboo are playing at max range. They are not in Azir's range.
It looks like they might just play for 5th Dragon.
Of course they are. They got the first one super early, and they're poking people off the objectives. They're actually not risking turret sieges in most cases. There was one, and to be fair, they won the fight, but it was close. And Coast just able to play the slow roll game. Alex actually could, oddly enough, actually really use a Leandries or a Luden Zeka here just to do some poke.
Oh, Chris.
He's going to focus the Shark, though, and RF at half health and matches here. Now, is there more people? A great ulti.
They called Baron, though. They called Baron.
Well, good luck on this one. Then the flash comes in. They will kill RF. TP is up, but no ult for Chris. Can they do enough in time? Shrimp is here. Crumbs over the wall. Jeebus will deal some damage for Cross. 4,000 health on the Baron Nash. This could be a really big play for Renegade. Oh my god, they're killing everybody, though. The ulti from Crumbs. The spike comes through. It went over to Crumbs. A good fight, but now they're getting slaughtered. Chris has the damage. Gonna kill Remilia. 4 dead from Renegades. Alex is the last one alive. He tries to make the play. He goes down. A massive battle for Coast.
That's an ace for Coast over Renegades. And Mashy's just going to push the mid lane. They're going to get more off this. They don't get Baron, but they're going to end up with more gold and no Baron buffs left.
Styles him with the Gromp, I guess, or something.
It was inside of the little floaty.
He was swimming.
It was swimming.
But it means a lot done. Mid lane tier 2 is going to go down. Blue buff steal will happen. Coast with a lot of control now. The Baron buffs are obviously all gone, and the Baron gold is equalized by the kills. Baron's worth 3 assisted kills worth of gold, which is exactly what was answered back.
This is awesome. Shrimp is just sitting around. Crumbs is taking so much damage, and they're behind the Baron. You take more damage when you're behind the Baron. Immediate, get to the back line, knock them up. Crumbs goes over the wall, but Shrimp had flashed over, and he's ready to pick up this kill. And then I like the coverage here. Shrimp is staying on the backside. He doesn't dive in to help Peekaboo. He's waiting. Oh, special delivery.
Thank you.
Serve up one Alex.
He didn't land the E, so no shield.
Oh, but we come back to Shrimp getting caught, though.
Taking a lot of damage. He is very tanky. He's very rich, but he's still taking so much damage. Stun lands, kill picked up, and now Renegades have some time. They're only down 2,000 gold, and they have pressure on the map.
There's nothing to take, though.
You got to try to push for a turret. Mid lane's pushed in. Bot lane, if you went hard, you might be able to reach it.
Dragon's not up just yet. They have some wave clear with this Corki. If they're able to get these out of the... Yeah, there. Boom.
That's why you don't go mid. Bottom hits a big wave.
They buy some time here. That bottom wave, Chris has to come up. They go into siege mode, but everybody else is just going to split. Like, RF has TP. He's just going to go top. Red buff is up. Jeebus is going to pick it up.
Yeah.
That was, honestly, if you're going to die in a game, that's probably the best time to die.
Baron's gone, Dragon's gone. Yeah. Still a rough spot to be in, but I think that was actually misfire by Renegades, though. Bottom lane had a giant wave. They knew they were going to be late to mid, and that mid would be clear before they could show up, but bot lane was actually pushable.
Yeah.
That was actually, I think, an attempted siege that was possible.
And everybody else is too worried about clearing that mid lane.
Right.
That you could get the inside track on the bot.
Yeah. I think a small misplay here, but Renegades, you can see what they're capable of when they do really try. I think the Vortex games were not on the forefront of their mind. Renegades much more focused on this battle here. Putting in a close game. I mean, for as much as Coaster like making really good moves, keep in mind this is literally a 2,000 gold game. Dragon 5 up in 140. That's going to be a massive battle here.
Oh, he hit Jeebus through everybody.
But Jeebus has lifesteal now is the thing. He's got 11% with the Vamp Scepter and the Doran's Blade. He's not far from Bloodthirster. 700 gold in each for the combined. He won't get that in time for Dragon. Crumb loses about 400 to 500 health per Shock Blast. And Chris, look at this poke. Look how much damage he gets to deal here. And this is actually going to be a big hit onto Amelia, who's got nowhere to go.
Down.
The knockouts come in, and down goes Braum. Crumbs suckers himself into the fight, ults back out, but he's still on the equalizer. RF takes the wrong battle as well. A double kill for Pekin Wolf. Shrimp wants in. Will not go for the play onto Alex Sich, but
he doesn't care about Alex's damage. Alex is tickling Shrimp at this point.
Shrimp's got 11,000 gold. He's now the richest member in the game. Shrimp cannot die here. Pushes away Crumbs. Does not care about this fight. Crumbs nearly dead himself. A two-man stun doesn't matter. Chris gonna blow up Jeebus with Mash's health, and this could be the game-winning push. Dragon's up in 40 seconds. Shrimp says hello to Crumbs and kills him off with a torpedo from underground. Inhibitors are going down.
Brought in Shrimp from Korea. He's paying off big time, and he's getting so much gold on the map. They're not going to finish the push just yet, but they're going to go towards that Dragon. 20 seconds on it. Shrimp has ulti. He can back and he can get there. No problem.
15 seconds to the Dragon. There's not going to be enough people around for Renegades. This will be an uncontestable Dragon 5 for Coast. There has to be some serious outplay for this not to go Coast's way right now.
And they're not even going to just...
I mean, they're walk forward.
They're going to wait for this. They don't have vision control just yet. If they walk into this blind, that's that solo queue. I got to check it. And they're not going to go for it. That's Dragon 5 to Coast. They are looking poised to take #1 in the regular season and get that first playoff spot.
And keep in mind, an hour ago, we saw Coast slaughter Cloud9 Tempest. They win this game. That's their first round opponent in the playoffs. Granted, it's going to be 2 weeks from now. Maybe these teams improve, but Coast have proved that they can beat Cloud9 Tempest. They can beat Imagine. They can beat Renegades.
Coast, they dropped out of the LCS, and now they be angry.
Yeah.
They just look like they want to get back into the LCS with new members. They dropped 3 of them. They kept Mash, they kept Chris. They added Shrimp, Pekin Wolf, and Conquan.
Yeah.
And each one of them seems to be paying off, especially in Challenger. We've seen some of these guys in Challenger before. We saw Pekin Wolf on a different team. We saw Conquan on a different team, and they weren't always working out. But now it just seems like all the elements are coming together in this squad.
Yeah. Might as well call them Team Molecule.
I hate you sometimes. Sometimes. We already have an elements.
Dragon 5 is on for the next 2 minutes here. Shock Blasts and Rocket Blasts will deal ridiculous damage.
Oh, there's the split push. It's got a big minion wave here. Shrimp, the richest member in the game, like you said.
And Equalizer buying a whole lot of time. Rebelia burning to death. Has to run away. Jeebus at half. You cannot defend this mid-tier turret. Alex Sich is not threatening right now.
Jeebus, the Shock Blast magnet this game.
All right, does some
Alex,
damage.
Though, he's got to back off.
He's gonna go for it. Kill. Somebody who comes in, he might still burn down.
There it is.
Down to Aspect of the Dragon. Pekin Wolf makes it happen. 13-6 in kills. Shock Blast still coming through. 3 inhibitors down at 35 minutes here. Coast looking for the game win. No Alex Sich alive. And here comes the Nexus push itself. The minion waves are in. Dragon 5 still on the flash engage, hits everybody, and Crumbs is going to lose so much health. The rest of the roster as well. Conquan.
He's got both turrets.
Taking the turrets, doesn't seem to care at all. They're all falling down. Remelia dies. Team Coast to take the win over Renegades, to take first place in the regular season of the Challenger Series. And Coast are poised to take it all. We'll see them in the playoffs as the first seed.